You've seen the memes, I'm sure. Crypto trading is stressful, and it shows this picture of some man is like 93 years old, and it says Jason, like 20 years old crypto investor. Like, we all know that the volatility in crypto wrecks people, and it also makes people a lot of money. The volatility in crypto is insane. So wouldn't it be easier if I just gave some random stranger on the internet my money through copy trading? And the reality is no, but copy trading does offer some unique benefits to it. I'm going to be talking about copy trading in general, my experience using copy trading, and also doing copy trading now on Phemex. But before I get into that, what's up? My name is Aaron Dishner from The Better Traders, and you are watching Coin Bureau Trading. Now, this video is not necessarily sponsored by Phemex, but we are going to be using Phemex because they're one of our exchange partners. There's a link to sign up for copy trading on Phemex if you want to, but maybe by the end of this video, you might be like, no, never mind. I'm good. Now, we need to go over here first to Phemex. Now, if you guys don't know, Phemex is a centralized exchange. There are lots of different features on this exchange, including futures trading, spot trading, lending, all that fun stuff. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really excited about, or at least curious about, and I'm getting a lot of these questions right now, which is a top signal, just so you know, is people are looking at copy trading as a viable way for trusting other people with your money. So that way you're hoping that they're going to make some good returns, and then you can net some of that profit as they win. It sounds easy in theory, but you have to remember that all the people that are here on this list, including me, there'll be great weeks and there'll be bad weeks. And then you get fun stuff like this, where someone basically has just stopped trading altogether. Or even better, you'll get people that literally just get their account absolutely wrecked and liquidated, which liquidates you too. The appeal of copy trading is easy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tired of trading. I'm just going to give you my money. You make me money. And when you make profits, I'm going to make a little bit of profit too. And if I lose money because of you, then you're not going to get any of my money. That's essentially what copy trading is. So how effective is it? How do you know who to follow? And why would you even consider doing something like this? Well, the reality, let's work backwards. Why would you consider doing something like copy trading? Well, for one, time is money. A lot of you don't have the time, effort, and energy to spend time looking at charts, and nor do you really want to trade stuff like that. So looking at this user, we can get a couple of ideas of how their performance has looked over the last 30 days, which it looks amazing. Their total ROI is up here at 400%, which is incredible. Their P&L total, amazing. They're up here at $3,000. But in little itty bitty fine print right here, it says 30-day, right here, 30-day copy or P&L is actually negative $2,289. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade. I don't even know who this person is, and I don't really want to ask for permission because I don't really care. If you're public on here and you're listing stuff, guess what? You're going to get criticized, and you're going to get lots of people looking at you wondering, how do I interpret this information? But let's just go ahead and take a look at someone that has a lot of followers and has 42 copiers, okay? So just to break down how Phemex does this, they give you a lot of interesting information. The total balance that they're trading with, the total P&L is great. They're doing a really good job. Their total return on investment does not really look like 411% based off of this, but it's okay. We're just going to skip that. Monthly P&L is looking good. I mean, they're doing a good job. They're making some profits. Monthly ROI, they're up 98%. That's fantastic. Way to go. But the reality is that when we look at this, the important thing to look at is, what is someone's history? What's their track record, and what kind of positions are they opening? How long do they open them? Now, Phemex does show you a lot of this information. For one, we're going to go to the last 90 days here. Now, we can see that things were pretty rough. Things were looking really dismal, really bad over here in June and July. I can't blame them. It was a really rough time to trade. And of course, they were able to recover the account, and they're doing pretty well right here. If we look at the all-time performance, there's going to be dips and rips. And to be honest, from a trader's standpoint, this is actually it looks amazing, right? Having this much profit looks incredible. This isn't the kind of trading, though, personally, that I'm excited about. I think that seeing big whips and dips in performance is actually a dangerous sign of instability and chasing and all that fun stuff when it comes to trading. You can see current open positions. One other thing to consider when you're looking and evaluating for people to follow, Don't just hop into whoever's the top trader, and I'll show you why in a second. For one, this person happens to be a top trader on Phemex. They're going long using 20x leverage, 50x leverage, which is nuts, especially considering how many people are actually following these copy trading signals, which is terrifying because when you're using 50x, there's a lot of room for liquidation there. That's all I'm going to say. And it's especially trading a lot of meme coins. It's a little bit scary. Now, of course, with any trader, you're going to have great days where you're closing in the green, not so great days when you're closing in the red. We obviously want to see more green than red. But the hard thing about this is how do you actually verify if someone's doing well? How can you figure out if they actually are doing a decent job? Well, down here in the copy trade data, this tells us a lot of information. And we're going to go over here to the right-hand side. The cumulative copier P&L is negative $7,000. And the 30-day is negative $2,000. Now, I'm sure this could turn around. Maybe they're just going through a rough patch. Maybe it's not that great. But just be careful because this looks incredible, except when you look at the fine print. One other thing to consider too, and I really like this actually, they have some analysis here that's giving you some information about their total positions, 817. Out of those 817, we have 188 total profitable trades, which is weird. In the last 90 days, 47 positions, only 27 of them were profitable. I want to give you a little bit of a tip. Right here where it says winning rate, 90 days. This is really important. Whoever you're copy trading, if you're feeling nervous, you're feeling skittish about the market, you're not sure if they're going to live up to your standards, keep an eye on this number. Anytime it dips below 50%, guess what? You're going to have just as good of an edge as they do. So what is the benefit to copy trading? Well, like I said at the beginning, the benefit to copy trading is basically trusting a random stranger online with your money with the hopes that they're going to help you make money. So what is the allure? Well, the allure is right over here in the profit sharing ratio. So when you sign up for copy trading, when you choose to follow someone and you give them your funds, then you sign up basically to a fixed profit sharing ratio. So essentially, when they make money, you give them a percentage of your profits. So if you're doing copy trading, you probably haven't worked with an investment manager. But if you were to work with someone who's managing your portfolio, like if we're thinking TradFi, right? Someone who's managing your entire retirement portfolio, they're doing the same thing, except 12% is really steep, just so you know. So they're trying to make this alluring and nice for people that fit the criteria to be a top trader. But essentially, when they net a win, and for the week, and it's positive, everyone's making money, then they get a share of those funds back. So how does this relate to me? How does this relate over here to Coin Bureau trading? Well, for one, if you want to try out copy trading, you can sign up and should sign up to Phemex. You can earn a lot in welcome rewards. I'm going to share my copy trading stats with you in just a minute, and also my strategy in terms of how I get in, how I get out, all that fun stuff, and why I'm using it. Also, 2bit and CoinCatch, these are really good non-KYC requiring exchanges. There are way more deals over here on the Coin Bureau website. If you scroll down, check out the Coin Bureau Club. It's a private Discord server where Nick, Guy, and also Dan, my co-host on this channel, are posting regular updates about the crypto market. There are other exchanges, other tools to check out, as well as a 10% off discount for thebettertraders.com and our course, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. So I want to go over here to show you the futures chart here for Bitcoin. Now, the way that I trade, and I am copy trading right now, or allowing copy trading, I think it's a better way to say it. The way that I trade, knowing that other people are trusting me with their funds, I am being so conservative, much more conservative if it was not my portfolio. Does that make sense? So when I see myself being in the green, I'm going to be taking profit real early. When I see things starting to turn sour, even if they don't, I'm going to pull out real fast and even take a small loss. when you're trusting someone with your funds, you want to be able to verify how are they trading, what are they trading, and why. So I'm actually going to go down here to show you my 2 open positions. I've already closed a lot over the weekend, whether it's for Morpho, whether it's for Jupiter Beam. So I do trade alts, but I also trade other coins that ended up closing in the green. But again, when I start to get skittish and I start to get a little bit more conservative, I'm going to be like, nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm totally fine right now. I don't want any of this action. Because when I know that I'm using others, basically other people are investing, I'm going to make sure to take profits quickly. So far, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. So again, the link to sign up for this, you have to sign up first to Phemex, then there's the copy trading link that's somewhere down in the bottom. I don't know where. So since we started, and I must say with a big asterisk, I've only started this copy trading since the 20th, really. So the 21st is when we got our first nice win, and then things are slowly going up. This is a good sign, but I've just gotten started, guys, and we haven't really had some crazy pullbacks. So one thing you want to be wary of when you're looking at copy traders, I said this before and I want to say it one more time. We're going to go back. We're actually going to go here to the leaderboard. Let's see, this J and ABC, perfect. We're going to try to find these people over here. So we're going to type in J. And they're not there. Okay, that's fun. ABC. All right, here we go. So this person has basically they're just hanging out right now. Let's go to their positions. No open positions, historical positions, nothing. Oh, they haven't made their positions public. Okay, that's a red flag to me, but I mean, you can do what you want to do. I want to, if someone's actually doing something like this, I want to know what they're doing. I want to know why they're doing it. So let's click on Quantoshi Steady. I want to go into positions. Now, one thing that I'll be looking for in the historical positions is to see when they're taking profit, how they're taking profit, and why. You know, seeing like big losses like this, that's rough. I understand like sometimes it's not a great feeling. Yes, you get stopped out and stuff like that. But what I want to see a lot of are just these nice trades that are very consistent. Either consistently, where am I? Here I am. So like the positions that I've opened right here, you can see that they're pretty much around the same as far as profit potential goes. This is the important part. You want to find someone who's taking losses that are at a regular amount. So you can see I'm using 10x leverage. So like a loss of 37%, 20, 20, 28, 28, 32%. These are all about a 2% or a 3% stop. So it's normal to get stopped out. It's a good thing to get stopped out. It's much better than the alternative of just holding a red bag because things will not always be bullish forever. You want to be able to verify people's track record. And I like the fact that with historical positions, people could see how well I've done, as well as the current positions that I have open. Now, the one thing, again, is you want to make sure that whatever's happening long-term, even if there are dips and rips, if there's a valley, you want to make sure it comes back up on the other side. I'm not a golden goose. I've said this many times over. But the one thing that you want to watch for in terms of performance is you want to see people making basically the same trades over and over and over again. So that way, it's more of a steady climb in profits. Now, am I saying, oh yeah, everybody watching this channel, you have to copy trade me? No, I'm not. I don't need the added pressure. I'm doing this as an experiment, really. And what I've learned about this is that, like I said at the beginning, it's actually changing the way that I trade and that I'm being much more conservative. I'm way quicker to take a loss and just not look back, even if things come around and go to the top, or rather they return back up. Not using DCA, it's a terrible idea with futures, and I am using stop loss. But the main thing and the main benefit that people like about copy trading, which I understand, is that you can take your money and go, here, you make money for me. You're supposed to be really amazing. You do it. You've done really well. You keep going. The one thing you have to remember is that the list of all those people that you could possibly copy and trade them, copy trade them, is that they're just people. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to get stopped out. There might be a flash crash. There might be liquidations. So understand that, yeah, you can give people your money to trade, but there's a huge caveat to this. Don't for a minute think that you're giving your money to someone and you're just expecting profits every single trade. That's unrealistic. Also, don't think that giving yourself to someone who has a really amazing track record and performance, even my performance is pretty good, but I have no idea if it's going to stay that good. understand that market conditions will very much sway and move and swing the expected returns of copy trading for anyone. The other thing that's really interesting about this too is that for all of you that really like diving into data, and I wish I had a better way to do this on the platform, but it's to kind of look to see for the people that are sharing their public positions, what are people in? What are they like? How are they taking profit? And just looking at that to get some ideas of like, okay, why did this one has a really good, let me just stop speaking figuratively. Let me go to someone else, not myself. Let's go over here. Actually, let's do this one. So this one's way too tight though. We need to go somebody else. Let's pick someone random right here. Cool. Okay, so we got someone that's been opening positions. Let's find one that haven't made their positions public. Annoying. You're ruining the flow, man. Let's see. No. Here we go. You better have some open positions, man. Nope. That's a bad sign. I can't recommend that. Let's go down the list and see if we got anything better. Nope. Oh, well, for the people that are transparent, which they should be, yikes, I don't blame you. You'll want to see what are they. Okay, so I have to use myself because I have everything public. I didn't want to use myself as an example. Let's go over here to our positions, especially our historical positions. So looking at Morpho, it actually gives you all the information here. It shows you the open price, when it was opened, and how much it was taking profit for. So it's like 74%, right? Closing price. So open price, closing price. So the reason what I'm sharing right now, the why of this is we can go over here. I'm going to go ahead and I hate the fact that you have to click there. Morpho. So you can see these red arrows. You won't see them when you look at the chart for yourself, but this is on mine. So this is where I entered, and this is where I exited first for 14% and closed it out here. Why? Well, one tip I want to give you in terms of trading is a hot potato strategy. If you're ever in a position, whether you're copy trading someone or not, and actually with copy trading here, I have to share that one thing at the end. But for me, when I see a big pump like this, that's a huge sell. So this is why I'm selling up here. And you can see where I closed the entire position. Did a really good job. Still closed in good profit at 6%. Should have closed it all the way up there at 14 with 10x leverage is insane. Now, if we go to another chart over here for BTC, actually, no, we'll go like here, XRP. So the reason that I closed this one prematurely is because of the dips and the rips and feeling nervous about what's happening in the market, albeit it's a small loss. And yes, it's up now. But you have to understand that there are reasons why people are entering based off of previous price action, and then the market's going to do what it's going to do. One thing I should alert you to as well in terms of copy trading, and I want to show you this in my settings. Now, not everyone has this transparently in their settings. So over here, you can see right here, Sync Master. This is really important. You don't have access to this. If you decide to copy trade someone, this Sync Master means that the copiers, you will no longer be able to modify copy trading parameters. You must execute orders proportionally. So if I use 10%, then you are also going to use 10% of your capital. Now, I don't believe there's any way for us to go in and say, no, I don't want that. I don't want to be subject to that by whoever I'm copying. This is one of the things where it's like, eek. So you really have to trust who you are following, okay? I just want to let you guys be aware that some people you do have to watch out. So one thing I would also consider if you're interested in copy trading is, for one, it's futures. Longing and shorting, lots of volatility. Crypto's already volatile. So you want to be careful that you're not putting in a gajillion bucks into this. If you want to do something like this, some people have a minimum of $0. Some people have a minimum of like $100. It depends on who you're copying. But the main thing is that you don't want to put in more than you're willing to lose. Yes, you could have some good gains, but you could also get stopped out, just like the main person running the trades could get stopped out. The idea here is to use discernment, to use common sense and good judgments. That way you're not putting in too much, expecting this massive return just because of recent performance. You get what I'm saying? The other thing to consider about this too is that this is not where you put your entire portfolio at all. This is not your one strategy. There are way more strategies that you could and really should be using, whether it's liquidity pools, farming, staking, just trading by yourself, using bots like I teach at the 15 minutes course on the Better Traders. Like, there's so many other strategies available to you. The one thing I do like about copy trading is that you can take your money, you can find some people that align with you and your strategies and the way that you trade, or you just trust them. You can give them a little bit of funds and grow a little bit of that with the realization that every single time they win, they're going to be taking a little bit of a fee from that. It's a trade-off. But how much do you trust people? Do you really want to give them a lot of money? I would say no. I wouldn't give a lot of my money to people I don't know on the internet, even people that are talking on a video right now that you're watching. So just understand that copy trading is a cool way for you to grow your portfolio, but understand that there are no sure things, especially when trading futures on an already volatile market. Now, again, this is in no way a video to say, oh yeah, follow me, subscribe to me on Phemex and copy trade. I'm not saying that at all. But because I've been running this as a test, I wanted to share my opinions, my thoughts as a trader that's also looked at copy trading, been offered copy trading before, and also to promote Phemex, because they're a great exchange. Again, use the link to sign up for them down below. I will leave the link to follow me on copy trading if you really want to. But again, no pressure, literally zero pressure, okay? Now, before you go, I do believe that we are seeing a reversal, not a reversal, I think rotation is a better way to say it, away from Ethereum and into Solana and lots of other coins. I made a video about this last week. I want you to watch that video next. Until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.